Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We will start. Very good afternoon to all. We welcome you all to the session 9 of 5-day online Atal FDP on AR and VR. Now, the session 9 of Atal FDP is Application of VR in Digital Entertainment by Dr. N. Tillai Arasu, Associate Professor, School of Computing and Information Technology, Reva University, Bangalore. A warm welcome to Dr. N. Tillai Arasu. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
It gives me a great feel of sharing the information about our resource person. Dr. N. Tillayarasu, currently working as an associate professor in the School of Computing and Information Technology, Reva University, Bangalore. He has also served as assistant professor at Galkotias University, Greater Noida from July 2019 to December 2020. He worked 7.3 years as an assistant professor in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SNS College of Engineering, Coimbatore. He obtained his BE degree in Computer Science and Engineering from Salem College of Technology in 2010 and received his ME Software Engineering from Anna University Regional Center, Coimbatore in 2012. He received his PhD degree from Anna University, Chennai in 2019. He has published more than 20 research papers in referred journals like Springer IEEE and etc. He has organized several workshops, summer internships, and expert lectures for students. He has worked as sessions chair, conference steering committee member, editorial board member, reviewer in Springer Journal and IEEE conferences. He is an editorial board of member of editing books titled Machine Learning Methods for Engineering Application Development, Pentham Science. His area of interest includes cloud computing, security, IoT, and machine learning. With this small introduction, let me hand over the session to Dr. N. Tillayarasu. Session over to you, sir. Welcome, sir, once again.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. See, I welcome to everyone. Very good afternoon to everyone. See, today we are going to see the session about augmented reality and virtual reality in industrial Internet of Things. My voice is audible.
Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
Okay. See, in this session we are going to cover all the domain concepts. Right. See, okay, all the domain concepts of under the umbrella of AR, VR, and IoT. See, today we are not talking about exactly what augmented reality, virtual reality. With this AR, VR, where we are going to implement in the industrial IoT, in that perspective, we are going to discuss another 1 hour. So, lot of cover in this session. Let me quickly run through this today agenda. Okay. So start with the AR, VR, and what is the artificial intelligence and the applications of artificial intelligence, along with the applications of AR, VR, and what exactly this IoT application, how we are promoted to in the form of industrial IoT, and finally we are conclude with the 5G technology in the manufacturing. Okay. So first, I'll start with the first topic. Okay, you know that this augmented reality and virtual reality in IoT, you know what exactly virtual reality, you know how to experience the technology like a headset, all those things, and this virtual reality, you know, computer generated simulator. So with that, the world like the real world we make into the reality in artificially like 3D movies, video games. So these are the field we are using these virtual reality and augmented reality in much more. So we come to the topic of industrial IoT. See, we are what we are doing like we are doing with the examples of like a gas monitoring system. The same small project we are making to the industrial perspective, like in large scale, like in the coal mining, other perspective of examples. So this is all about industrial IoT. Like healthcare industry, we are doing with some standalone applications. We are making to the large scale, then it is come under the industrial IoT. Okay, so here we come to the technological perspective of augmented reality and virtual reality are used in several contexts. So in the sector of Industry 4.0, here we are play a major role. See here the primary stage of manufacturing where this optimization and productivity are important in the manufacturing industry. Okay, so this efficiency of warehouse is improved using the various AR applications, and along with this AR VR, so play the important role in the safety training. Thereby, the potential safety hazard can easily closes. Okay, and we move to the next one. See where this year we are using in different way, like machining and education collaboration. You can see with virtual reality, augmented reality. You can understand of what the technology. See in education field, in lot of conversation and all we are done with AR VR way to give the degree to the candidates. Okay, and assembly, safety and security, digital prototyping, factory planning, maintenance and inspection. These all with can using of AR VR we can go with in, in exactly. Okay, so here come to this reality of augmented reality in real time. What we are doing, we enhancing the version of reality. How we are feel the same way we can make it in the virtual way. Okay, see directly, indirectly view of physical world environments are like augmented with a computer generated what superimposed images to display in the screen. So this is how we are getting in the screen. Okay, so like add a digital element in the actual environment. You can see if you want to build a building of a 20-story building or 30-story building, you can visualize immediately with the help of this how the building will be, how the interior design and all those things. Okay, so amplifies the present perception of a reality. Then this augmented reality is helpful for in all the ways. Okay, so what main exactly this the key features of augmented reality? So it lies in the middle of mixed realistic spectrum. Okay, you can view like in gaming or some other like a 3D movie, or you can see in many ads. Okay, so there can you can see the futures of this AR. Okay, it provide multiple sensor modeling like visual, audio. Okay, like in headset you can hear the um, 8D music. Okay, 8D sound, all those things. So it utilizes the existing environment and overall the new application on the top of that. So before we are going to talk some other application, I'll tell you here this virtual and augmented reality, how AR, VR, you can make so realistic with other application, real world applications. Okay, so next I come to the next topic. Okay, see before we are moving to see the industrial IoT of how this AR, VR is used. Before that, top of that, the artificial intelligence is important. Okay, why I'm telling? So the concept of artificial intelligence we are talking right now, but come to the classical age. Under the Greek mythology, the concept of machine and mechanical man were well thought of. So this is the example of the Talos. Okay, so see the Talos, it's just an example, like how much they have heard about Talos. I'll tell you. This is a giant animated bronze warrior who was programmed by the god to make an island. Is like an just an idea. It's nobody's knows. Okay, so it come to the implementation by machine learning and artificial intelligence. We are talking long back. Okay, so if we are talking long back now, generally in the last 20 years they also studied, but now we are talking more. Okay, why this AR VR is along with artificial intelligence only it performing. Okay, so these three things with the respect to of industrial IoT, we are not to focus on IoT. With respect to industrial IoT, it will give the very effective what using applications. Okay, in 1950, one of the most important year for introducing of artificial intelligence. In 1950, the Alan Turing published a paper in which the it's a spectacle about the possibility of creating machine, like a machine can think, can act like that. So he created a known as the Turing test. You know, everybody who are studied artificial intelligence Turing test. Okay, so this test is basically used to determine where one of the computer can think intelligently like a human being. He noted like to the he noted, and the same like as of now there is no one is not fully tested with the Turing test. So this test name is called Turing test. I'll tell you when upcoming slides. Okay. So basically, this machine carries the conversation with that indistinguishable way for converting like human being, how they are performing. So this can you can realize with Google Docs. Okay. Google Duplex, you can visualize these how whether the human being is speaking or machine is speaking like that. You know, with the Siri or Alexa, you can see the machine is speaking, but with the Google D Plus, you can understand how this realistically, like human being, they are communicate with other things. So these are the examples of we can see the realistic of augmented reality, virtual reality. We will see in the what day by day we are using the applications. Okay, see, you know, in after the following the year of 1951, and this is known as game AI. In the year of 1951, using of what permanent mark, the machine, the University of Manchester, the computer scientist known as, you know, Christopher Christie. He was the created a chess program. At the same time, the program was written for chess as well as. Okay, so now you can program with examples of lot of games are coming. You know, the lot of 3D gamings there, your visualization, all those things. There, lot of things are there, but we can creating the program like play a chess game in the year of creating the year of 1951. Okay, and follow the year of 1956. You know, the probably the most important year introduction of AI, because the first artificial intelligence was coined in the year of 1956. Okay, by the person name called John McCarthy at a Dartmouth conference the same year 1956. And come to the year of 1959, you know, the first AI laboratory was established. The what, you know, the by the AI lab. Okay, in the MIT lab. Okay, after that, following the first robot was introduced with an help of what General Motor assembly line. And follow the year of 1961, the first chatbot was introduced. See how this virtually we can communicate with virtually with other lot of devices or any university or any other application. They will ask a chatbots, they will come automatically. They feed it some answer for what we are probably they are going to ask the questions. So you know that now we have Siri, we have Alexa, and many things are there. But in the year of 1961 itself, the chatbot was introduced, that namely called Eliza. Okay, so this is all the way we are come across from the starting with the bronze warrior and follow with the Turing test. We are keep on coming the invention of each and everything. See, after follow that you have to see with the 2011 the Apple introduced the phone 3, okay, for virtual assistant, and follow with the year of 2011 for a questionnaire answer computer was done. Okay, and follow with the 2014 Amazon launched the Alexa. Okay, this intelligent virtual assistant that complete shopping task. So this all will happen. Okay, this is how we are come across with all the things. Okay, so I'll tell you here one question. We are talking about this artificial intelligence, augmented reality, virtual reality. Why? The first reason, the most thing is what? Computation power. Okay, and see next, before we are going to see about this computation power, artificial intelligence, you know, study of computer to do think which moment people can do better. So this is all about what exactly this artificial intelligence. Okay, think like a human, act like a human, think rationally, act rationally, you know, these things. Okay, so come to this Turing test. I said in the year of 1950, Alan Turing was conducted experiment. So this is all come with the what NLP with respect to what communication, knowledge representation for storing the information, automated reasoning, draw a new conclusion. You can machine learning to adapt a new circumstance. So automated reason you can see here or storing, or you can see a Ola Lab or Ola app or some other car booking. You can see there where the car is coming. You can see the virtually that you have to realize what the application is, how near to you, what is the whether the street positioning, whether it's going on the way right direction. You can everything you can see in the screen in the form of virtually. Okay, this is all about this with an help of AR VR only, with the help of artificial intelligence. You can see in your naked eye. These are the examples. Okay, so next we are going to talk about this demand of AI. So the main reason for the demand of AI is what? The first reason is we have more computation power right now. Okay, so this artificial intelligence required lot of computation power, and recently many advances have been made, and what a complete deep learning models are developed. Okay, another main thing is latest technology with an possible of GPUs. You can have more computation power, and what so these are the main important things, and you can we have a lot of data we are getting, and a lot of better algorithms we have, and we can easily to analyze this with this all the things. So this is how this main demand is improved. Okay, and many things are that like we are getting a lot of data like social media, IoT devices, in the wherever the possible we can generate the data. So this is all the process with the data, and we have to with this data we want to help us with data to derive a useful insights, and with that we have to make a grow of business in effective way. So this is all about the process of basically this artificial intelligence, and the same thing if you want to marketing, we can make it is in virtually or visualizing of a particular application and the usage of that. So in the same way we can grow the business with the help of AR VR is the one of the important fact. Okay, and the next reason is we have I said the better algorithm, and right now we have effective algorithms which have based on the idea of neural networking. And let's see, neural networks is nothing but now we are talking about this deep learning, and machine learning algorithms are there. So these are the important things of the demand is increased. And another reason is universities, government, startup, like tech gains, all are invested in AI. So many companies like Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, these all companies we have heavily invested in artificial intelligence, because they are believing this AI, virtual reality, augmented reality. So these are the labs are set up in, they are making these things into in our day-to-day life applications. Okay, so this all about the exact of the demand of AI. Okay, so now I'm going to show you some applications of artificial intelligence and AR VR. So now come to the first famous application of artificial, Google Predict search engine. So when you are being typed in a screen the term like for anything like San Francisco, or you want to know the COVID cases of Tamil Nadu, or any other place in Delhi or Mumbai or Uttar Pradesh. See, if you want any particular thing, they can know the, like if you want to type COVID-19, they want to give the what vaccine or some other things relevant to that, we can get all kinds of information. So this is the Google makes the recommend to you the choose from the artificial intelligence in action. So this predictive search is based on the data that the Google can collect about you, okay, such as your browser history, your location, and your age, and other personal details. So by using of this artificial intelligence, Google attempt to guess what you might be trying to find. Okay, now behind this there are a lot of natural language processing, deep learning, machine learning. Okay, so if you want to use this Google what map, you can see the what virtually how this all the things are there. So whatever you are displaying, you see in the display with this help of all the things, images, okay, visualization, all they are combined. Okay, so these are the concept which are involved to create a search engine. Okay, so but the main logic behind this Google search engine is what generally we say artificial intelligence. Okay, say come to this next picture. You can see in this right side of your slide, you can see here, you can see this image itself, you can understand this is related to healthcare. This image is mainly talk about this IBM, you know, IBM Watson. See, IBM is one of the pioneer that they're developing of AI software, they specifically for medicine. Okay, let me tell you, more than 230 healthcare organization using this IBM AI technology, which is basically IBM Watson. Okay, so in the year of 2016, IBM Watson technology was able to cross reference of like 20 million oncological record quickly. So and correctly diagnose the rare leukemia condition of the patient. So it is a basic one through the 20 million record, with they probably did in the matter of a second. Okay, like a second or minute or max to max, and they are correctly diagnose the patient with the what the disease I said, leukemia. Okay, so now I am come to this. You can visually see these how this, if you are giving the treatment, or you can see the MRI scan, all these things you can virtually you can visualize how these visualizes things are happening with the help of what augmented reality, virtual reality. You can see how the brain is, how the nerves are there, whether blood circulations are moving properly or not. Everything you can visualize the particular thing in a medical field. This is also an example of AR VR. Okay, and next I come to, we go to the next slide. See, you can see here this. See, before I'll tell you here one more example related to this healthcare. You know, the Google AI doctor. See, it is another initiative given taken by the Google, where they work with the Indian care chain, so to develop the artificial intelligence system which can examine the retinal scan and identify the conditional called what diabetic retinopathy. Okay, which can cause the blindness. So this is also one of the initiative taken in the healthcare industry. Okay, and we move to the next one. Okay, here come to the social media platform. Okay, like a Facebook. Okay, here also using like a verification when you are making use of machine learning and deep learning concept in order to detect the facial features and tag your friends, and all auto tagging that you can see in your Facebook. Behind this also what machine learning. See, if you how if that particular face that it is tagging, all these things are the concept behind is also AI. So sir, actually unaware of this AI is we are using regularly in our day-to-day life in all the social media platforms, like you know, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. So they are really what heavily rely with the artificial intelligence. Another example I'll tell you here, this you know, uh, Twitter AI. Okay, here being used for identifying a sort of hate speech. Okay, and in the terrorist language like in Twitter. So you can see here also once again this machine learning, artificial intelligence, natural language processing in order to find out the what offense or any other reportable content in the Twitter, like that. Okay, so this is all other examples. You can see here also with the help of augmented reality, virtual reality, you can see. Okay, and the next example we can come to the virtual assistant. Like I already said, like Siri or Alexa, right now we have another new one that is released by the Google virtual assistant called Google Duplex. See, which is many of the peoples they are using this around the world. Now I come to here, if you want to respond to anyone or call to anyone or make appointment, booking appointment for any other thing, see, in generally, like from a virtual assistant like Sri or Alexa, there is no human touch. But here when come to this Google Duplex, there is a human with an add of human filters. For all of that, you can make use of sound realistic, and you can actually very hard to distinguish between, like whether we are talking with the artificial intelligence speaking or over a phone, or a human being speaking to the over a phone. That much of realistic is there. So here also the virtual reality, augmented reality play a vital role in the like Google Duplex also. So okay, see, come to here another example. You seeing here this Gmail. See here Gmail also using of AI for everyday basis. Okay, everyone we are using. So you can notice that separate section like primary section, social, update, form. These are the things along with spam mail also there. So here artificial intelligence, machine learning algorithm classify these things, whether a spam one or non-spam or any other way with the help of what frequently we are using in spam mails. Okay, so this is how it will happen, like with the help of a full lottery amount or a full refundable amount, you can get the some loan applications. These are the things they are with the help of the keyword they can classify, and whether it's a primary one or a social mail, like you can get the LinkedIn or Facebook, you can, it will separately with the help of machine learning algorithms. Okay, and the natural language processing, it can be separated. Okay, so these are the examples we are seen. I'll next move to the next slide. See, you can see here the famous application of AI is a self-drive car. See, if you want, while you are drive the self-drive car, for implementing the computer vision, like image detection, deep learning, in order to build a car. So okay, see here that automatically detect any object or obstacles. You can see the visualization of all the things without a driver, how the human and without human intervention also, the full automated self-drive car can drive in the roads. So the person, the famous person Elon Musk, talk about this AI implementation in Tesla self-drive car. There also they talk about what this augmented reality, virtual reality are also helpful while we are seeing these things. Okay, see, a lot of why these things are they talking. A lot of tech giant companies, Google, Tesla, Facebook, they are like this data driven companies. They are in much implemented more, they are invested more amount on this. With this you can see their examples. Okay, see, in fact you can see the next example. You can here see that Netflix, Netflix also make use of AI. So come to this Netflix, which is with the help of what artificial intelligence and machine learning, it what personalized movie recommendation for each of its user. So each of you can open your Netflix, and you can see the type of movie that all recommended to you. Okay, so they are different. This is because of what Netflix studies. So each user can detail of how they are their own kinds of data. With that data may be vary from my friend. Okay, they can see all their horrible movie or fiction movie. Their recommended system is different. What the movie recommended to move for me is different. Okay, so this is also Netflix watching of our history, other user data. With that similar taste of recommendation, they are recommend to the other peoples. So this is can also they are rely with the what artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. all those things. Okay, so these are the examples of we are talking artificial intelligence. And next we can see here, see you can see here this very good example. We come across seeing many examples. See, very good example for augmented reality, virtual reality is AR eyeglass. Okay, and you can see the head-up display and the medical applications. See here, each and everything you can see your realistically, and you can what the feel you can get seen of with the kinds of what visualization. So these are all the examples of what artificial intelligence. So you can see wherever you from your eyes you can visualize what are the things you want to project, and you can get the information, everything you can get it. Okay, so these are the examples of artificial intelligence. And see, next we are going to discuss about the types of artificial intelligence. Okay, see here why I'm telling here these three types of there are three types of artificial intelligence. Okay, why the first start with the different evolution stages. You can say that the stage of artificial intelligence, I'll tell you, we have narrow intelligence, follow with we have generic what general intelligence, and follow with artificial super intelligence. Okay, see here first we are talking about this artificial what narrow intelligence, which is known as what weak AI. Okay, why I'm telling weak AI? So there is no strong AI as of now. That's why they are telling this is an weak AI. So it involves the applications of artificial intelligence only to the specific task. So whatever we have many existing system, we have like Siri, Alexa, other any kinds of application. As of now, we are seeing this all come under what weak AI only. So the Alexa we are talking about a very good example for weak AI. It's operate within a what unlimited predefined range. Okay, so with this range only it will perform. There is no genuine intelligence. Whatever the information we are feeding, and based upon that our request, it will perform. So this is all about, see, like a self-drive car also, what were the data we are feeded to the machine, like if you want to see the any obstacles, based upon capturing of image what we are seeing from the environment, based upon that it will want to apply the brake or accelerate, decelerate, or shift gear, whatever the operation what we are given the instruction, it will perform accordingly. So, and despite of I'll tell you this all the examples what we are using, these all are what weak AI only. Like a self-drive car, even the famous AlphaGo. Okay, these all are fall under the category of what weak AI. So I'll come to the next, artificial narrow intelligence. So we are having the reach of up to this general intelligence, but artificial super intelligence we are not seen anywhere. Okay, see, it's all we are seen in the what in the TV, like our movie or like a Terminator, we can see the super intelligent, all those things. Okay, so this is all exactly as of now what we have, only this narrow intelligence or general human intelligence. Okay, there is not seen any like things of super intelligent. Okay, but we are seeing this kind of what visualization or virtuality or real thing in movies. Okay, so these are the main thing. Okay, and see, if I want to summarize here what this narrow intelligence and what this weak AI of artificial intelligence what we are having now. So this is all based upon the capacity of a machine with the CPU and how they are perform the operation, all those things. Okay, so now let come to the what end of this type of artificial intelligence. And next we are going to talk about these machine learning algorithms. See, why we are telling these machine learning algorithms with respect of artificial intelligence, this AR VR. See, if you want to see any data, like I want to book a car in using of Uber. Okay, so here Uber, you can see in your particular area how many vehicles are there. You can see that in virtually. Okay, so this virtually how this data already we are feeded the input, and with the help of what GPS, everything it will perform without of what communication, and whether it is available near to you or not. So in this small thing what we are visualizing in your phone, behind this a lot of techniques are available. Okay, so I come to here the main thing of machine learning algorithm. So you can see these statistical tools to explore and analyze the data. Okay, the thing is that we getting the data in immensible way. Okay, so with this data we have to give already the train the machine. You can build the model. Based upon this built model, you can predict the outcomes. So this is all about, I don't want to much talk about what is supervised learning, what is unsupervised learning or reinforcement learning. Okay, see, if you want to talk, I'll tell you one by one. See what is the main use of need of this machine learning. So increasing of data generation. Another one is what? Another one is what? Improving decision making performance, and uncovered pattern and trends in the data to solve the complex problems. So that this is all we record machine learning algorithms. Okay, so I'll show you some examples like supervised learning. What we are having this fingerprint in our our institutions. If we go there, they get our what our finger thumb, and they are stored with our university login. So that data is already feed to the particular machine. If you go and make a punch, if data is authorized, then we can get the attendance. Okay, and time in out. Okay, in time out time, everything they are recorded. They can finally they going to calculate in the end of the month for our salary, or any other in software company, or whatever the data we are already feeded. Based upon that, it will perform that. It all come under the what? Supervised learning. Unsupervised learning without what giving any what that we are not trained the data. Based upon the data already there, with that they will come to the conclusion. This is called unsupervised learning. See, reinforcement learning, they will learn themselves. If you are playing a game, if you are touch one thing, you can get the rewards or points. With that they can experience, they can go to the other stage. So this is all the examples which we can use in the what day-to-day our applications. Okay, and next I come to here what exactly this topic we are talking: augmented reality, virtual reality in industrial IoT. Okay, see, before that we are talking about what exactly this industrial IoT. We supposed to know the basics of IoT. Okay, so what exactly this Internet of Things. So connecting every day everything with an help of what embedded electronic software and sensor to the internet enabled them to collect and exchange the data from one place to another place. See, we can see lot of examples of home applicants, and we can see in road also. If you go in the speed, they calculate the speedometer, how much speed we are coming. See, everything we can see everywhere. There are a lot of technologies are evolved by using of these industrial, I mean IoT devices. Okay, see, main benefits we can use anywhere. Okay, all kinds of services and business they are doing, we can place at any places. Okay, so this IoT device like a Siri, Alexa, we are doing only for the student project. I also experience with these devices with some project with of my students, to given the instruction how they are performing all those things. But we are knowing all the devices are there, but still we are not using these IoT devices in our home or any other way. Only for project based we are using. I'm telling frankly for in this perspective. Okay, see, we are now we are talking about this IoT, Internet of Things. See, before we are start with the pre-internet. how we are fixed with the mobiles or telephone or exchanging of data with the help of what? 1G communication. See, in 1G we are communicate with the help of what? Analog signal. Okay, after the 2G evolved, this analog signal converted in the form of what? Digital, along with the text things. Okay, after that 3G evolved, the same thing with the help of what? World Wide Web. We can get these kind of services with the help of what? Analog, analog signal converted in the digital signal along with the what? Text or animation, along with what? Video conferencing. This all comes. So 4G come, the same kind of services with the respect to speed we are using. Okay, we are expecting 5G in 2025 for everyone, but the thing is that we required more infrastructure. Okay, see here, internet of things, pre-internet, internet to the connect, internet to the services like e-productivity, e-commerce, and come to the internet to the people like social media like Skype, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and come to the internet of things like communicating between machine to machine, like identification, tracking, monitoring. Okay, and symmetrical structure. So this is a way we are talking about machine to machine. That also we, with an help of augmented reality, virtual reality, we can see in the industrial IoTs. Okay, so predictive maintenance is there. So here we can use of ERP, quality. These kind of things are there. We can store the data. After, with an help of, we have to analyze, we needed of artificial intelligence, machine learning algorithms. After that, we can, if you want to give any alert, we can give the alert, or if you want to give the information to store or display, we can do with this predictive maintenance. And come to the performance operation, like we are getting this all the data of digital devices. So smart center technologies are there, and real-time monitoring systems are there. We can getting more data. With the data, we have to store, that is we have to analyze, that is come under the what? Data science. So here, internet of things, what this data we are analyze, we have to store in cloud. We have to visualize the analytical view. So this is all with the data. If you want to go what any conclusion we can do with this data things. Okay, so challenge of IoT is a connectivity. So each and other devices to communication is one of the biggest problem. We are getting data of human stable way for storing, also one of the problem. See, for exchanging of data, security is the important fact, and we are not having that much of awareness about this IoT device, and interoperability, like what the IoT devices are there, how to fix with the existing machines. That also one of the biggest problem. So this is all about where the challenges we are facing this IoT. Okay, there, there are lot of types of sensors are there, like accelerometer sensor, proximity sensor, IR sensor, gas sensor, okay, temperature sensor, chemical sensor, smoke sensor, and motion detection sensor. There are a lot of things are there, and different application we are using specific IoT sensors for the particular usages. Okay, so now come to this industrial IoT. See, if you look at this gas monitoring system, you can see here it's a small project. You can feel here this see this diagram itself shows that how this kind of a small application, gas monitoring, with a small mini project, we can do the experiment. Okay, see here, this gas monitoring system, how we are talking about industrial IoT. That is one of the main thing. See, this basic concept of industrial IoT is not simply, we are not using any big devices. We are talking about these industries. Many IoT devices are used, and for the what specific purpose. I'll tell you here this gas monitoring using a different sensors, like this IoT technology. I'll tell you generally, as outset, I'll tell you the how it will perform. See the specific type of applications like we are talking about this gas monitoring system mainly used for what? Uh, like minings. Okay, so if you are talking about this mining, this gas monitoring used for what like LPG gas, and it give the what buzzer sound. If you are any gases are leaked, we can get the what information to store in the microcontroller. After that, we can send the information to one place to the another place. Communication model also is the one of the important role we are placing here. Okay, see if you are talking this, uh, not only exactly like I'll tell you I'll tell you in this way. See, in coal company, in coal minings, there are a lot of gases like methane or carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. Many different gases are forming. It will make a big harmful gases are there. If any fires are happen, it will spoil the entire mining, coal mining. So for precaution or make what alert to the people who are working under the mine, the same kinds of information to send to the what control room, and the same kinds of information to given to the other adjacent coal minings. Okay, so these are the information how it is possible. Simple, this gas monitoring system we have to make into the industrial way to find the different gases, and based upon the threshold level of gases, they can give the values. We can analyze the data, we can predict the data. The same thing we can be visualized. So here augmented reality, virtual reality is a play a vital role for visualizing this data and other things. So this is all the gas monitoring can use in the mining industries. Okay, so this is also one of the very good example. Okay, see this is how I am telling. See, monitoring of different gases, the industrial way like coal mining or other industries. So this is how the small IoT and making to large scale, as well as we have to visualize if some things are happen. You can visualize if fires are happen in the down of the what coal mining, whether it is possible to recover or we overcome the hazardness. Okay, big disaster it will happen or not. This is how we can realize, we can visualize, and all the things it is possible. Okay, and come to the next one, healthcare. Okay, see here healthcare industry is for what very good example in hospitals. Nowadays we are talking about this COVID time. Okay, so here the patient healthcare, in earlier one nurse will come, they monitor a patient hourly basis. They will come and check the what temperature or heartbeat, all those things. Okay, pressure, all those things. See, already their machines are there, devices are there, but the thing is that all the things are in standalone systems. There is no connectivity between machine to machine, or that the data are not storing there. There is no what analyzing of data. There is no any what alert are given to the doctor or nurse or any other things. So we want to monitor the continuously of a particular patient. So we are talking to this coming to this healthcare industries. See, you look at this image, you can nowadays we are talking about this pulse oximeter. See, each and every devices, they are giving different value of our human beings. Okay, so this temperature sensor or a pulse oximeter sensor, we have to continuously monitor the particular patient. Okay, the same information we can store in the what cloud. Okay, after this analysis also with the help of what virtual reality, augmented reality. Okay, and we can visualize the patient condition. Okay, and same thing with it. A lot of algorithms are there, better algorithms there. We can predict the possibility of patient what health. Okay, these all the examples of we can fix with the different sensor. See, already these are there, but what there is not having with respect to what communication between the IoT devices to IoT devices. Their storing is the biggest problem. We are already addressed a lot of challenges in IoT devices, and the same thing we can address in the industrial IoT also. See, come to the next slide. See, IoT and automation. We can see here the first how the industries are evolved. Now we are talking about this industrial 4.0 along with the sensors, all those things. See, already there are a lot of automations are there. The thing is that there is no communication between one automation thing to the other thing. There is no communication. Connectivity is not happening properly, and these are the problems we are addressed. And main thing is that these all the systems we can visualize, and we can make use of very effectively. Okay, these are the challenges we are facing, like CAD security. See, these data are storing like a pulse oximeter to monitor the what oxygen level in your blood. Okay, oxygen level in blood, how the bloods are circulating properly or not, whether functioning properly or not, heartbeat or any other part of our human body. So this information we are transferring from one place to other place. If security is the problem, that also we supposed to be take care. The legacy installation of the equipments. See, already there big what the automation machines are there. There we are going to fix this IoT device is a very biggest problem. So we want to transfer the entire system into the digital world. Okay, and the lack of standardization are there, and IoT what convergence is also the important problem, and the lack of skilled workers. Okay, so if you want to if you want to work with these IoT devices, we supposed to know more people in the skilled people to work in the particular field. And data integrity, for we are getting data in a different standalone IoT devices. To communicate all the data integration part is one of the biggest challenge we are facing in the industrial IoT. Okay, see, they're like healthcare industries, mining industries, manufacturing industry, transportation, logistics. Okay, firefighters. See, we if we are talking about these firefighters, all the malls, all the what software industry, they are fixing firefighters. If some things are happen, and they can immediately get the information and alert and all those things. Okay, so see, next we come to the next topic is 5G technology in industrial IoT. See, I already said that this connectivity is one of the biggest problem. So as of now, we are using this 4G, but in many industries and 5G they are implemented in many different countries. But we also waiting. We are getting this kind of services. See, we come to this manufacturing unit. We are using like smart automation, robotic monitoring. These things we are fixing lot of what sensors. Each and every sensor we supposed to send information properly. Okay, and the thing is that the communication, and if there is anything else are happen, mistakes are happen, we can what troubleshoot remotely. These are the important things. Okay, and I'll tell you what are the difficulties we are facing. See, the problem with while we are set up these things, like the first thing is point to point information flow is the biggest problem. Okay, and not all the systems are converter system due to lack of reliable what communication network, troubleshooting, and less visibility of impact on the system fail. So if the system is fail, we can visualize with the help of augmented reality, virtual reality, where the fault is happened, whether we can replace for this to particular thing, whether it will work properly or not. These things we can use in industrial IoT. Okay, and the lack of visibility of the factory operation in real time. So this is also one of the biggest problem we are facing. For that, to address this kind of problem, augmented reality, virtual reality, to help to visibility of the factory operation in real time. And the lack of visibility, what product quality. See, we find what quantity. We cannot find the quality of the particular product. For that, we can, with the help of augmented reality, virtual reality, in manufacturing, we can view the what product quality or not. That also it is possible. And see, for these are the problems we are addressing in previous slide. I'll tell you what exactly the solution of this particular problem. Okay, so this digital transformation of the system enable the smooth communication between the system as well as what industrial 4.0 revolution. So here the first solution is what cyber physical system. Okay, and the next thing is what everything connected to everything. Okay, so that is the next solution. And third one is what remote control, and fourth one is what autonomous operation. So these are the four solutions, and they are suggesting for address the problems. Okay, so this is a cyber physical system. You can see the visualization of particular thing. I will show you the upcoming slides. Okay, you can see this slide. You can see what digital twin. You can see these all the what existing machines are, everything's are there. You can see all the things in the form of what digital what physical cyber physical system. You can see how many sensors there are after. If you are if any things are misthings are happen, how you can get the data. If you are what if you're not working properly, you can get the information what is the exact position or particular product they are failed in a particular system. You can everything you can visualize. Okay, these are the operation not performing properly, so this is the particular product, it is failed. We can replace that, or else we can make some troubleshoot the particular product, whether the fully entire machine will work or not. So easily we can diagnose the machine problems by using of what physical unit when come to the digital twin. Okay, so we are using a lot of multiple sensors. Each sensor what are the operation they are perform. Okay, so predict the performance and the failures if it is happen in the digital world. Okay, so here this augmented reality, virtual reality play an important role. Okay, so see, come to these types of twin in manufacturing industry. See, if you want to pour how much amount of what lubricant in the particular flow of pipeline or any other thing, this product twin or machine twin, you can adjust with the range, speed, shadow, strength. With this all of what different way of controlling of all the operation, you can do all those things. And the next thing you can see this product twin or factory twin. You can check with the whether this conveyor belt. You can see here the some product is a floor, it moving from other place. Okay, the package is happening, so this conveyor belt you can see the flows. If you go and see this kind of visualization, if you are seeing the particular application or industry, then we what we have to say, we can make this system in effective way. So this process twin, machine twin, product twin, factory twin, these all are the very good what phases with our work in the manufacturing industry. Okay, I come to the conclusion. So here industrial IoT has more promising features, but at the same time it have many barriers also. So we are discuss the challenges and all other things. The thing is that we are using with augmented reality, virtual reality, more we can visualize the industrial operations with respect to what all kinds of way. Okay, what we are doing with the real-time examples also. So still this augmented reality, virtual reality, to fulfill all the applications to make use of our human life in a so better way. Okay, with this I conclude. Thank you to all.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if you have any queries, you can ask now.
Sir, may I ask?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Dr. Atul Bhargav from Jaipur.
Yes, sir.
Sir, what are the IoT devices which we can use on ventilators?
Sir, in medical field, no, sir, we are using a lot of exactly. I don't know what are the
What are
IoT
the
devices
common,
used.
sir, IoT devices which we are using in healthcare?
Sir, in healthcare, generally we are using a pulse oximeter sensor, okay, and a temperature sensor, and particularly for each and every usage, we are using different sensors, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Anything specific on ventilator, if you are aware of it?
Not exactly, sir. We are talking
Why I'm
general.
asking, sir, because many of the patients and their
Yes, sir.
attendants, they always are concerned that unnecessarily you are putting the patient on ventilator.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yes,
a
sir.
big question, and hospital industry is making money a lot on that. On that, even if the patient is died, they keep the patient on ventilator. So, if such
Yes, sir.
kind of IoT device is there, then it can be easily proved that ventilator was required or not.
Yes,
That
sir.
was the
Yes, sir.
query.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, generally in ventilators, sir, they find with the ECG, you know, sir, the basics of what we are using. This kind of things only we are seen in outside only, sir. But
Yeah.
exactly this what mechanism they are using, what kind of devices they are fixing, it's not no that much, sir. With respect to the particular application, sir.
And another point, sir, can it be put on oxygen supply also?
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes,
of the
sir.
IoT devices?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because
That is also possible,
another issue, if we
sir.
are aware, a lot of
Yes,
COVID
sir.
patients, suddenly the
Yes, sir.
oxygen
Yes.
was exhausted and the patient died. Maybe due to
Yes, sir.
negligence,
Yes,
maybe
sir.
due to shortage, etc. So exact reason can be very easily concluded if IoT devices put on the particular life saving supports.
Yes, sir. This is very, very good thought, sir. What you are telling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I would like, because I'm not aware of this. So in case if you can find out, um, then I'll be in touch with you.
Sure, sir. Sure. Definitely, sir. Definitely.
So please share
Definitely.
your email ID, sir, so that I can contact you for that.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. So
Thank
nice.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, any other questions? Ma'am? Corporation, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. We'll go for a vote of
Okay. Okay, ma'am. It's time for vote of thanks. It's my privilege to thank our resource person, Dr. N. Tillayarasu, for the informative session. The session is very informative, sir. We are looking forward your association in future also. Once again, I extend my thanks to our resource person and for all the participants for your kind cooperation. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
So thank you. All the participants kindly fill up the feedback form